Hey, what's up guys, I'm Matt. Today we're going to be talking about the #1 streetwear brand in the world, Supreme, and why I don't own any. Let's get into the video. I just want to put a quick disclaimer out there that I don't have anything against Supreme as a brand. I don't have anything against people who wear Supreme and actually love the brand. I just kind of want to talk about why I don't own it, and when people ask me like, oh, you're into fashion, you must own a lot of Supreme, why for me it's not true and why I don't own any. Now in the past I actually have bought one shirt, and I'll put up on screen. It was called the chair tee. Now I bought that shirt just because I like the subtlety of it. I kind of like that it like kind of glistened a little bit. It wasn't like a normal screen print shirt. It definitely had like some dimension to it. And honestly what killed it for me with that shirt was just seeing how people styled it. For me, I love having like an individual sense of style that isn't just like everybody else. And even though a lot of this channel is built on is just giving more of a perspective on someone who's had a lot of this stuff and is able to kind of help people make purchasing decisions when they haven't owned anything yet. So seeing like a Supreme piece styled with minimal jeans, styled with Yeezys, styled with off-white belt, just for me doesn't really scream a lot of individuality, and more shows that you just want to show off more clout, which if that's your style, if you're in high school, like there's nothing wrong with that. Like I had zero style in high school. So kind of with even just saying all of that, I pretty much just saw someone wearing that shirt, just complete hype beast fashion, and it really did kill it for me to where I just tried to sell the shirt. And honestly, I think a big thing for me is I just don't really like hype beast fashion, and I've never really been a skater, so for me like Supreme doesn't really connect with me on that front. But I think the one thing I will never say about Supreme is that it's overpriced. Now I just did my top 5 brands that I find overpriced, and a lot of people say Supreme thrown in there. I think the thing to remember about Supreme is that a lot of the prices you see are the resale values and not the retail values. So like your t-shirts are retail for like 40 bucks, and honestly for 40 bucks, they're not the best quality, but they're actually pretty decent, honestly. They do have like a little bit of a weird fit for me personally. Like they somewhat fit a little bit oversized for the newer collections, but I think the older collections feel a little bit more true to size. But for me, the brand isn't overpriced. For me, it's just overhyped. Some of their pieces that I like more, like their Stone Island collection stuff, was a lot more of this subtlety. Like you wouldn't really know it was a Supreme collaboration if you didn't know. And stuff like that I tend to like more. I just don't really care that much to own it. But the call the brand overpriced isn't really saying much, since you can buy some of the pieces for just say $100 and you can sell it for $300. So to me, that's not overpriced at all. You're actually making money off of these pieces and not losing anything. But I think like one thing that really made me think a little bit differently about Supreme recently was actually seeing how Sanj is a fashion YouTuber based in Europe, and he honestly has the most unique style, and seeing him style all these different Supreme pieces really put into perspective to me, like you can make these pieces not look hype beasty, not look like you're just part of the crowd that just loves Supreme just because of the brand, but like none of those pieces really scream Supreme to me. But it was just really cool to see all these pieces styled in more of a high fit fashion style. I might sound like a high fashion hype beast for me saying this, but it's like seeing pieces styled in like more of a high fashion way to me just has looked better than seeing stuff fashioned with like Yeezys and everything. Because for me, it's kind of played out at this point. I've almost even thought like, is Supreme too big to fail at this point? And like, I just don't see Supreme failing at this point in time. I feel like if they keep doing what they're doing, they're almost too big to fail at this point. And I say that with quotations only because I feel like no brand is ever too big to fail. It's like a Sears, you can look at Macy's, all these brands are huge. Sears was one of the biggest brands of its time, and now it's nothing. Whereas you have a brand like Amazon who came in and capitalized on that. I think something similar could happen in the fashion industry. I just haven't seen any disruptors yet. But this is pretty much just like a short video on like why I don't own Supreme, why you will probably not see me in any Supreme piece in the future. And I'm saying this now, and I'm gonna end up biting myself in like a year or even a few months for owning a Supreme piece again. But I'll probably end up selling it. It's kind of like V2s for me. Like I don't own any V2s for a ton of similar reasons. And then like the all black ones come out, and I'm like, I might have to get a pair, but in the back of my head I'm like, I'm gonna eventually sell these anyways. That's This is me in a nutshell. I fall into the hype, I drink the hype juice, and then eventually end up selling it because I don't really like it that much, and it's not for me long term. I'd love to hear your guys' comments of Supreme in the comments below. Like, do you really think that it's overpriced? Do you feel like it's just overhyped like I do? Let me know your thoughts are in the comments below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion on this since I have such a small following, and it'd be interesting hearing the different perspectives from everybody on the subject. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.